because I love what I'm doing or it serves a bigger purpose in my life, it'll get me to where I want to be. And, I'm not always happy. I'm not always confident. It's not always a good day. But knowing deep down that this is getting me to where I want to be makes it all worth it. And that's my why. I'm doing it all because it makes me feel good. It fulfills me. It makes me happy. It inspires me. And in turn, I can give back and inspire you. Hi friends, it's Kayla Moran and welcome back to the Let's Get Candid podcast. Hope everyone is having a happy Thursday. Good morning. I can't wait to talk to you guys today. You know I love being on the mic. You know it's like therapy for me. And I've gotten a lot of questions lately about reframing to focus on the bigger picture, my vision board, how I stay motivated and focused on law school and what I want to do with my life. And wow, you have such big goals. How do you manage them? How are you working towards them? There's been so many questions lately, like about the future and how I plan for it and how I work towards it and how I set goals and how I achieve my goals and accomplish them and how I handle everything that I'm doing, how I'm able to manage it all. And all of those kind of tie into two topics that I want to do a solo episode on today. So I want to really fast just do my suck and sweet of the week and then jump right in because I don't want this one to be super long because I have a whole blog post on this and I'm going to definitely do more about this topic as I get closer to graduation and the bar exam. But since it's about spring break time for some people, my spring break is next week, I thought it would be really fitting to share this with you guys as it's kind of that time of year where these big questions are coming up for people who are, looking for summer jobs, internships, graduation, and looking for jobs, whether you're in undergrad or high school. And, it's 3 months into the new year and everyone's kind of reevaluating their intentions and their resolutions, which I don't like resolutions. I prefer using the term intentions and really making a conscious effort to be intentional about my goals instead of just I'm gonna lose 10 pounds by whatever date to fit into this dress for this event. And that's a really bad example, but everyone uses that some sort of diet or weight loss thing in the new year, and that's just really unhealthy and really unproductive. So yeah, suck and sweet of the week. My suck of the week is just that this weather has been so up and down lately. It'll be really, really nice during the day, during the school week, and then cold and raining and freezing at night and on weekends. And it's like, why can't it be the opposite? Like, I'd rather it be cold and raining and miserable during the weekday when I'm at school and nice on the weekends and at night. So if I want to go out to dinner or if I want to go for a walk and enjoy my weekend, I can. So really just the weather has been killing me lately. We'll have one really, really random, super nice spring day and then it goes back to being cold and dreary. So I just am ready for spring. I'm definitely ready for summer, especially the part of my summer that I won't be studying for the bar exam anymore. I can't believe that we're getting so close to starting to study for the bar exam. I have to start studying the minute that I graduate on May 21st. I'm taking that week off to move. And then once Memorial Day weekend is over on May 31st or June 1st, whatever that Monday is, like time to start studying for the bar exam. Back to reality. So can't believe it's just so close and we are already in March. How? I have no idea. But my sweet of the week is that it's spring break and I get to go home and spend time with my family, be in the Florida sunshine, see my friends, and get to record a couple of podcast episodes in person, go to events, go to the beach, relax, And then honestly, just take some time off because I'm not able to be home the entire week of spring break because the flights are so ridiculously expensive. So I'm only going home half the week, and then the other half the week I'll be back in Tennessee. And I'm not 100% sure if I'll just be in Knoxville and just like doing absolutely nothing. Probably just going to be tanning if I'm here. I might go to Nashville. I might go to Atlanta. Not 100% sure yet what I'm doing the second weekend of spring break, but I'm really looking forward to this next week to just take a breather and really just do the fun stuff that I love to do, like the fun work stuff that I love to do, working with Rella and podcast and creating content and hopefully getting some really great brand deals for then so I can create some really exciting content for brands and working with new people and just really hitting the ground running so I can continue to build the businesses that I am dying to create. And yeah, so I'm really excited for just this next week, and now I'm rambling, but I have a really big announcement, and if you follow me on Instagram and TikTok, you might have seen it, but I am launching my consulting services. So I will not be a legal consultant just yet. Once I pass the bar exam, you will be the first to know that I do. And I will share that I am now actively seeking legal clients. But for now, I am doing consulting services in the networking space. You guys know I am absolutely super passionate about networking and putting yourself out there and pitching yourself and sliding to someone's DMs and LinkedIn and making connections and leveraging them to get you to where you want to be, and informational interviews and coffee dates and resume tips and resume review and interview practice, interview tips, what to wear to an interview, how to get an interview, how to write an email to someone, how to cold email someone, how to send a DM on LinkedIn. All of that I'm going to be sharing just how to do it, so you can book a clarity call with me, and I will link it in the show notes. It's linked on my Instagram bio. You can book a Calendly 15-minute clarity call with me, and yeah, we can just hop on a Zoom or Google Meet or the phone, however you want to do it, and we can chat all about what you are looking for, what your needs are in the networking world, and how I can help you. And if you don't have a resume but you need to build one, I can help you build one. I'd be happy to send you my resume once you book a clarity call with me and get started on building your own resume. And however I have a lot of connections on LinkedIn, and however I can help you, if connecting with me on LinkedIn gives you access to my network, I'd be happy to give you access to that. So I think I might have linked my LinkedIn in the show notes. If not, it's on my Instagram stories and my Instagram bio, so definitely go find me on LinkedIn. And yeah, so I'm now open for consulting, and you are free to book a clarity call with me. I'm going to say that a million times because I'm just really, really excited about these services. And it kind of goes into adding so much to my plate and doing so much, but knowing that this is what I'm meant to be doing and it's going to be super fulfilling. And I'm starting it a little bit early, March, and so I can do March, April, and May, because once June hits, I am done for 3 months, June, July, and then I will be taking off August to hopefully go to Europe. And I don't know, I'll let you guys know if I end up going to Europe, but that is still in the works. So yeah, I will be off those 3 months, but then starting September, my services are open again. So the 15-minute clarity call is free, and then we can discuss pricing for my services, whatever you are looking for. So definitely go check that out. And yeah, I hope that I can help you guys. And so yeah, that is my big announcement. I can't believe I'm finally announcing it. It's been something I've been wanting to do forever, and I just really want to hit the ground running. I'm not going to wait anymore until, the right time, or this works out, or this or that, or, done is better than perfect. And I'm just going to put myself out there like I preach and roll with the punches, because I know that just launching and then adjusting is the best way to go, a la Lauren Bostic and Michael Bostic. So yeah, I can't wait for that. And now let's hop right into this episode. Yeah, I wrote a blog post on this like 3 years ago, and it's something that I get asked about all the time. And when I wrote that blog post, I wrote it as a letter to myself to get me through law school. Like every time I was super discouraged or just, really being down, and law school was really hard that day. Well, it's hard every day, but like one just really bad day, and I didn't feel like I belonged, and I didn't think it was worth it. And why am I here? And do I really even want to be a lawyer? I looked at my why. Why am I doing this? And I wrote a blog post on that, and what my why is. I put that out there into the universe, what my why is, and how everything that I'm doing and why I'm going to law school fits into my why. And my why, since I have been a little girl, has always been to make an impact and inspire people. Since I can remember, I always loved volunteering. I loved giving back to my community. When I was a dancer growing up, we would, dance at the fair. We would dance at community events, at the Susan G. Komen Race for the Cure, breast cancer. In high school, I volunteered at a hospital, giving candy and chocolate and cookies to sick children, and tea and hot chocolate and coffee to the parents. And then I went to college and I got involved with Children's Miracle Network, and I fundraised over $6,000 in 3.5 years for my local Children's Miracle Network hospital. And that opportunity was life-changing and so inspiring. And then I want to get involved with the local children's hospital in Miami when I move home, because that's actually where I worked as a volunteer in high school. And so I need to reach back out to them. And, however I can get involved in the community, I always do, whether it's donating used clothes that I don't want anymore or products that I get gifted to me that I'm never going to use. I donate them to shelters. Here in Knoxville, I've done it in Miami. I don't think I did it in Orlando, but I would have had I known to do that. But definitely since I've been in law school, I do that. I don't know how else I give back, but I definitely, going to food banks, donating plasma to people. What else? I've done a few other things. I worked in Dade Legal Aid, their Put Something Back program, helping indigent clients get legal representation, working in the clinic as a student attorney, helping provide more affordable legal services as a student attorney. There's so many ways that I've given back to the community, and that's something that I've always been passionate about. And it's always been my drive, is to help people and to make an impact on people. And then I guess because I am very confident, which doesn't sound very confident, but I'm not 100% sure why, but I've always wanted to, inspire people. And I guess I've been an influential person on people from a very young age. People always wanted to know how I did my hair, or where I got that shirt, or what I got these shoes, or what I'm eating, or what I'm doing, or music that I'm listening to, whatever it is. So I naturally fell into being an influencer and sharing my life experiences on my blog, because my dad pushed me to do so in 2018. And best decision I ever made, because it has led me to where I'm at today. And yeah, so making an impact and inspiring people has always been a big goal of mine, and that's my why. And that is why I went to law school. I remember putting on my personal statement, and I kind of want to go back and read it, and maybe I'll share it one day. Especially, helping people with law school applications as well. Kaylin Grace Apple, the Accepted Society, Accepted Consulting, she's definitely the go-to girl for that. And if you need a comprehensive help, she's your girl. But if you want me to just review your personal statement for you on a one-off, I would love to, and I would love to share mine with you to give you tips. But I remember putting on my personal statement that I want to give back to my community, and I want to, there's not a lot of Latina lawyers, Latinos in general in the legal field. There's 5%, and 2% of that are women, if that. Maybe more now, or maybe the 2% is the more, I'm not sure, but it's a very, very low number. And I wanted to, be representative of my community in the legal profession, and also help my community by being a lawyer. And even if that means that I don't do immigration or criminal defense work, because it's not something that I'm interested in. I never have been. I was always going to do transactional corporate, big business type of work until I fell into the influencing world and decided to go that route. But I was always going to provide pro bono work and, help my community however I can. If that means you need a lawyer, I don't do that kind of work, but I know someone who does. Let me connect you. That was my goal. And that was what my personal statement was about, how I love helping people and how I want to use my law degree to continue to help my community, especially my Latino community, because we are a small but mighty force in the legal field, but we are a big minority, not so much a minority anymore in this country. And yeah, so that's just always been a part of who I am. And I've done so much leaving a legacy at my law school with the Latino community, in the broader community, not so much the law school, but I created a speaker panel for Hispanic Heritage Month where we get to have attorneys that are in our community come and speak to the current generation and the next generation and help them get to where they want to be. And that wouldn't be possible if I didn't have the network that I had. And I'm so grateful that my family, because they work in corporate America, know a lot of people that do what I thought I wanted to do, and their network was, oh my God, your daughter wants to go to law school? Please, I'd love to have a call with her. And I got to talk to a lot of attorneys in high school and in college because I knew from a young age I wanted to go to law school. And I know that's not something that everyone has access to, and I want to provide that access. And if it's getting an MBA or your CPA or PT school or whatever program it is, if I can get you a connection, if someone in my network can get you a connection, I want to be that for you. And something that I've been hearing quite a bit from a lot of people in my life is that I'm a really good connector, and I bring people together and I introduce people to each other. And in building my own network, I am building other people's networks. And I guess that's what you call a connector. And that is like one of the best compliments I think I've ever gotten in my life. And I want to use that skill here. And I wouldn't be able to do this podcast if I didn't have that network, because those are the people that I bring on to talk to you guys and to make an impact and inspire you. And putting that speaker panel together for school, I wouldn't have been able to do that if I didn't have my network. I'm helping Natalie outreach with Rella by not being afraid to DM someone on TikTok or Instagram that I love what they're doing and I would love to hop on a call with them and pick their brain about it, and then passing the info along. And something so powerful about just not being afraid to put yourself out there. And I know that that takes courage, and I know that that takes a lot of confidence, but you can fake it till you make it. But I don't want you to have to, because I'm here to help. But yeah, definitely it comes with just faking it till you make it, and one day you're gonna make it, and you're not even gonna, it's just gonna be second nature to you. And I think the confidence part, once you know that you're good at something and you enjoy something, you're gonna want to do it more. And it's like this adrenaline rush when someone answers your email. Oh my God, I would love to hop on a call with you. Or, of course, thank you so much for reaching out to me. I love helping the next generation. Like, I would love to meet with you. When are you available? And I got to write 2 blog posts for the Institute for Professional Leadership at my school on networking and how to DM someone on LinkedIn. And I'm going to link those blog posts for you guys as well in the show notes. And I want to just provide those services on a one-on-one basis. But all of this to say that my why is what has led me to here. And knowing my why and always refocusing on that why and that bigger picture. So that's where that comes in. And just knowing why I'm doing what I'm doing and how what I'm doing is going to get me to where I want to be. And where do I want to be? Where do I want to be in 5 years, in 8 years, in 10 years, in 15 years, in 20 years? And I'm not saying this as like, this is a hard and fast timeline. It's not. It's ever changing, and it's always adapting and evolving. And I'm always growing and adapting and making sure that I'm in alignment with myself, which means checking in on myself and reevaluating those goals and those benchmarks that I would like to hit, but not beating myself up if I don't, but knowing where I want to be and focusing on that and calculating, working backwards, how does everything that I'm doing now get me to where I want to be? Is it all in alignment? Does it all make sense? Is there a common thread that's, underlying everything? Why am I doing all of these things? If that doesn't match up with where I want to be, the vision that I have for myself, for my future, for the life that I want to live, for the family that I hope to have one day, the businesses that I hope to build, the communities that I want to help, how I want to help them, if those don't match up, why am I doing it? So I don't think this episode's going to be super long, to be honest. I really think that's as easy as it is. Not that that's easy, but that's as simple as it gets. It's just knowing why you're doing everything you're doing, making sure that everything that you are doing is either because you love it and it serves a bigger purpose in your life, or it'll get you to where you want to be. And then just knowing what that purpose is. Finding your why, knowing your purpose in life. And if you haven't found it yet, keep trying new things. Try a new hobby, a new cooking class, a new workout class. Go to a different city and work. If you work remotely, Airbnb extended stay for a month and try a new place out if you're not happy where you live. Go on a vacation by yourself. Go on a date by yourself. Do something different and put yourself out there even in the little ways. And just start seeing what you love, what makes you happy, what fuels you, what energizes you, what you get up that day and you're like, damn, I get to do that today. I'm really excited. When you find those things that fulfill you and they all go together, you may not think that they do, but they do if you start looking at the underlying reasons why you're doing those things. And that's your why. That's your purpose in life. And finding ways for all of those little things to snowball into the future that you want for yourself, the bigger picture, the vision that you have for your life. And that's where the vision board comes in. I did, for the first time ever, created a vision board for myself for 2022, and I've shared it a few times. I used Neatson Raider Flux Gold's template. She posted it on TikTok. I'll link it in the show notes as well. And I created my vision board for 2022, and right smack in the middle, I put, I'm a lawyer. That is my 2022 number one goal, to graduate and pass the bar on the first try. And I'm going to be a lawyer. And then all of these other things that I want to accomplish as well. And again, if I don't accomplish them this year, that's okay. But that's the vision that I have for myself. So I'm going to put that out there. And there's Instagram goals or social media goals. There's travel goals. There's health and wellness goals. There's relationship and friendship goals. There's a whole lot of things on there. And you get to tailor it to yourself. And just, there's a lot of quotes on there because I love my quotes. And just being a lot more mindful and intentional about what my vision for my future is, where I want to be with my life, and always checking myself and making sure that they are in alignment and they make sense. And they all go together and they are going to get me to that end goal. And again, the end goal is going to keep changing. Once you hit one goal, you're going to get to the next one and you're going to want to get to the next one. And you don't want to make these goals so intense and stringent and I don't think that's the right word, but so that if you don't reach them, that you failed. Don't do that. But, have these benchmarks for yourselves, these goals you want to hit, and, make them little goals. Lots of little goals that will, when you achieve them, as you continue achieving these multiple little goals, you're going to hit a big goal. So I think maybe doing it that way and doing little ones. And I think that's why intentions are so important, because they are just that. They're intentions, things you would like to accomplish, things you want to feel. And I saw something today, focus on how things make you feel, how people make you feel, how foods make you feel, how the weather makes you feel, how this outfit makes you feel, drinking this makes you feel. Focus on the feelings that you get from things and people around you. And I think using that feeling, knowing if it feels good deep down in your gut, following your gut instincts, being intentional, these all go together. So yeah, I wanted to share this with you guys. Short and sweet solo episode. Don't want to ramble too much longer, but I got a lot of questions about how I do everything that I'm doing and, how I'm able to be so strong and courageous all the time and resilient, because I'm working through a lot of mental health and a lot of trauma and a lot of hard things, but I get up every day and I show up because I love what I'm doing, or it serves a bigger purpose in my life. It'll get me to where I want to be. And, I'm not always happy. I'm not always confident. It's not always a good day. But knowing deep down that this is getting me to where I want to be makes it all worth it. And that's my why. I'm doing it all because it makes me feel good. It fulfills me. It makes me happy. It inspires me. And in turn, I can give back and inspire you. And I can make an impact on you and your life and your community by having you be a part of my community, giving you access to my network, and making an impact on my community, primarily you guys and the Latino community, because, representation matters and we gotta stick together. And I will always, always, always give back to my community and the village that raised me. And I hope that you guys liked this episode, that this speaks to you, that this invigorates you, that it inspires you. And please reach out to me. Please book a clarity call, even if it's just to chat for fun and you want to vent, but you don't know who to go to, and you want to, instead of DMing me, you want to book a clarity call to do it. By all means, please do. Leave a rating and review. As always, share if you're listening on stories, tag us so we can grow the show. Send this to a friend who you think needs to hear this. And thank you so, so much for joining me on this podcast journey, as always, and allowing me to do what makes me happy and do what I do on here. I love you guys so much. Thank you guys for listening, and I'll talk to you all next week.